with it. Getting jiggy with it.
How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another unboxing on Gettin Jiggly. That's not great. Just welcome to welcome to the show. Welcome to the episode. Welcome to what this is, the train wreck that it is. I apologize for anybody who wanted to watch on Mixer. I hope you're able to make it over to Twitch or YouTube. I may stop streaming to Mixer. It's really getting annoying that I can't connect to their servers, but I digress, right? So today what we're going to go ahead and do is what we always do whenever a new set comes out. We go ahead and open the new theme decks, review them, kind of look over how we think they're going to play, and then I'm going to redeem the codes. That way we can play them in the TCGO online. I was just going to buy them because I wanted to get the codes to Oddly so she could practice, but we can't buy it. So I'll have to go ahead and redeem the codes. We'll play a couple games with these decks after we're done, well, unboxing. Go ahead and get into the first deck. Now, one thing I did notice, and it is something that's disappointing, if you saw or you've seen by now the Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon decks, they were named after the Pokemon. These ones, of course, are named Zacian and Zamazenta. And to me, that's kind of lazy, Pokemon. You guys usually give them a nice, cool name, and in this case, they did not. Let's go ahead and we'll get into Zacian first. So these are both Metal Steel decks. I don't know if that is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. And the reason I say that is because the meta is very dominated by fire decks right now, and of course, always weak to fire. So hopefully that will not be a factor. We will find out, I guess, when we play a couple gameplays tonight on the stream. Get all the little goodies out, and we'll show you all the goodies that you get when you buy these. They did change a couple things in these new sets compared to previous ones. So I'll go over those couple changes in its entirety, right? Go ahead and put that up there. That is my code card for later. So of course, you do get a special holographic version of the card. The normal holographic for Sword and Shield are those horizontal lines. This is that crystalline broken glass look. So again, the only way you can get this, if you're a true 100% collector, you have to buy the theme deck so you can get that card. Alright, and then we do, of course, get us a Zacian coin. A little bit of shine there for you guys. It reflected back in. I apologize for that. You do get your damage counter. So this is one thing that they did change. They changed the damage counters to these more reflective counters, and they removed the condition marker. They're no longer here. Instead, they've got these larger 100, and that's because of the damage and HP creep that we've been seeing over the last couple of years with Pokemon GX, Tag Team, VMAX. It's getting, slightly out of hand. They do give you a nice little starter's guide. It's actually a nice little book right here. Need help playing the game? Go to Pokemon.com or come to my streams because I'm trying to teach everybody how to play. So it just goes through the rules, how to play the game, how to set up the game. They did, of course, update it with the new Wacky and Rillaboom, so hashtag group the game. But yeah, nice little book to teach you how to play if you've never played the game before. That's always helpful. They do give you these nice little cards. I guess I'll take this pack out. I showed them off in the last video. I'll keep the other one sealed. I doubt these are going to be worth anything because I think they're going to start offering these in every single deck. But we don't know. So what these are is they are basically the old playmats would have your steps and actions on the playmat, but now they've given them to you in these little card form. So it makes it easier for you to just carry around. So you can remember your special conditions. You can remember, if they're asleep or paralyzed, which way you turn the card. If it's confused, it's upside down. And then what you can do on each one of your turns. I think these are kind of nice that they made them a little bit smaller, easier to take with you if you're going to go to a match of some sort. And then we do get our play mat, and I wasn't sure if they were going to do the big play mat or whether they're going to split them up. It looks like that is their go forward plan. Before, you would always have Zacian on one side, Zamazenta on the other. So it looks like they have gone to this single format playmat, which is nice. You take this one playmat to somewhere like the guest store, Staples, maybe, and they can laminate these for you. Like your active Pokemon. Okay, so it does still tell you what you can do during your turn. Prize cards over here. Deck, discard, for your normal playmat. We kind of gives you some little tips and tricks. And then something on the back is there is a full piece of art for those of you that want art of some sort on your wall. You know, I kind of don't have a wall behind me, so I can't really use that. It's nice. Like I said, playmat alone. Alright, and then the last thing we get is this wonderful little theme deck overview. So the back is always the full checklist. Of course, we will see the full set of cards tomorrow. I will be opening the ETB tomorrow night on our Stress-Free Friday. And then the front kind of just gives you an overview of the deck, what it is made up of. It shows you sharp tactics, metal speed, and basically describes how these cards should be played. And then it tells you find everything you need and allows you to create and play. I, of course, would go over the deck, so I don't really read those before we go back. So I folded that wrong, but it's neither here nor there. It's working. Alright, so let's go through the deck. Of course, we do know that we get the Zacians. We're going to have a couple Zacians, and every time they've done these decks where there is the legendary as the main focus of the deck, they usually throw in a separate evolution line. We'll see how that works. So we do have us some of the new energies. And then let's go ahead and sort. Let's get this done. Let's get it sorted out, make it a little bit easier. I usually mess up if I don't. Get a 3, 4. Let's see how many we get in. Look at this. Look at this. We'll figure it out, guys. I'll play as I go. Play as I go. Never plan. There's always up in the air. And we just do things the way we do them. Hope everybody is having a good day. Well, sort of hard. And we've had a good week. It is almost Friday. I would normally ask, what are your plans for Friday? But I think everybody's current plans are staying inside and social distancing. Hallelujah. At least I'm not putting the guys in the wrong pile. Normally I put the colorless in over with the green. Why I do that. So, get a lot of, looks like a lot of good staples here, and that is one of the benefits of when you play the TCG online. You kind of want to start with the theme deck, right? Because if you buy those theme decks, they are going to get you a lot of these staple trainer cards that you need, and it's one of the cheapest ways to do that. I am going to have a video of how to start the TCG. I think I might do that tomorrow after the ETB opening. Just kind of how you should get started, my opinions of what's the best method of getting, going. So you do get a switch, mandatory in every deck. You do get the new Sonya card, which is to search for 2 basic or 2 energy. Me and Alvin did play that card last weekend. You get Hop and Draw 3. Metal Saucer, so attach a metal energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, so a good way to get that energy back. And that is a second energy attachment, so really needed in Metal deck. Pokekid allows you to search for any Pokemon in your deck. Dan, the funnest card of all time, not as fun on TCG Online, but great in person. You play Paper, Rock, Scissors to see whether or not you can get 2 more cards. It's a draw 4, maybe draw 2. Great Ball, you look at the top 7 of your deck and then go ahead and grab a Pokemon. Professor's Research, you just gotta be careful with it, but it allows you to discard your hand and draw 7 cards. If you have a completely waste hand, you can get rid of it. I prefer Cynthia because at least you're putting the cards back into the deck, but you want to try to save her for when you have as little cards as possible. Get a fresh hand. Pokemon Catcher, you flip a coin. If heads, you switch the active Pokemon. Metal Saucer, another switch. Another Sonya, Kid, Hop, Professor's Research, Dan, another Hop, another Great Blue, another Pokemon Catcher. Alright, so that is our trainer, so that's what's going to make up the trainer portion. That's a little bit of agua for my portion. Alright, I guess we'll go with Meowth since he's sitting here first. So we pulled these Meowths in the past. They are the regular Sword and Shield. So just because you're getting a Rebel Clash theme deck, you're not always going to get only Rebel Clash cards. I will suspect that they're going to keep it at least Sword and Shield, but as Sword and Shield moves on, you may get them from several different eras, right? So you get Galarian Meowth. So his first one is Home Claws, 70 HP, of course. During your next turn, this Pokemon slash attack does 60 more damage. So basically, you would use this first, and then you do 90 damage on your next turn. So if you only have the first energy during turn 1, get your second energy during turn 2, 90. And they gave us 3 of those, and those, of course, fall into the Galarian Berserker. Now, this is the new one. This is from Rebel Clash, so he doesn't have that nice ability. And that ability is very good for most decks. It allows you to do more damage. But he goes up to 120. Slash does 50, and then Claw Digger does 80. You flip 3 coins, it does 80 per head. Not a fan of coin flips, but when you're doing that much damage, I'll accept the coin flip. I'll say that that is a worthwhile endeavor there. So the next is, let's see here, our P-Dove line that people present. So it looks like it is a, what did they give us? They gave us a 3-3-2. Yep. It is a 3-3-2 line. You get P-Dove. Search your deck for 2 Pokemon with a fighting resistance. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck. Yeah. So Hawlucha looks like the only card that has a fighting resistance besides P-Dove. So basically colorless. Razor Wing only does 20 damage for 2 energy. Not very good. And that, of course, evolves into our Tranquil. I have too many cards, I can't do my little trick with it. The Tranquil goes up to 80 HP, Razor Wing for 40, Gust 3 energy for 60. They've started to beef these up just a little bit because these middle evolutions can get knocked out so easily. 80. You know, most of your GX Bs, they're going to be doing 120 damage for that same. You get Tranquil, and then that evolves to our present. We go from 80 to 150. That goes up. Dawn, 2 energy, 50 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks do 50 less damage. So it looks like Unpheasant is our defender, if you can get him out there in time. Air Slash for 150, but you do have to discard it. That's never. But it's very common. When you have a big hit like that, it's going to have to take some type of caveat to it, right? So next is our Probopass line. So we have 3 Nosepass, 2 Probopass. The Nosepass has 80, Tackle for 10, and Rolling Tackle for 50, about 3 energy for only 50 damage. And then Probopass, which is what we want to evolve into. There's enough cards I can. It says triple evolutions, it messed me up. So Probopass does get up to 140, that's kind of beefy. Gravitational Drop, 10 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost. For example, this Pokemon's retreat cost is 4. That means that we will be doing 120 plus 10, 130 damage. I love these, especially when you're going up against those bigger Pokemon. And then Heavy Impact does 120 for 3 energy. Luckily, we don't have to discard anything when we do that. And the last of our normal Pokemon, basic Pokemon, so the deck isn't just revolving around, is Hawlucha. So he's 90 HP, not that bad for a starter, for a basic. You get Windfall, shuffle your hand into your deck for all 5 new cards. So real good if you have a bad first hand. You get Hawlucha out there first, get 1 energy on him, basically almost a restart. And then Speed Attack does 30. So he's really only in here for that power. I don't think you'll use him for anything. And then the last one, of course, was that Zacian. Let's get that pretty boy Zacian out as our display. So 120, so kind of beefy. Energy Screen, attach an energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So basically, the first time you're going to do 30 damage, then you're automatically going to be set up for your next turn. So 3 energy, 120 damage. Flip a coin. If fails, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This is the same as the Cinderace in the Cinderace deck. I usually was getting pretty lucky where I wasn't having to discard my Cinderaces. Go ahead and get these back in the box, and we'll get into the second deck. Of course, with the second deck, we don't go over the cards that are the same, mainly the trainer cards. It's just kind of a repeat of what I've already said. We don't need me to repeat things, do we? So this one is our Zamazenta theme deck. Again, Pokemon, you're lazy. Could have been like Raging Steel and Blocking Metal. Something. I don't know, I was just trying to come up with that on top of my head. Raging Steel was actually Raging Steel for Zacian. And hard Metal. There you go, Hard Metal for Zamazenta. Come on, Pokemon. Come on. It's kind of like my statement with Funko when I do some of their buying decisions with Pokemon. It's like, I would have done things slightly different, you know? Something just different. I guess that comes from, like I said, my background. I have a degree in marketing. I'm not in marketing. Yeah. So there is our good old boy Zamazenta from Pokemon Shield, the version we are. You get your Zamazenta promo card. You go over his stuff in it. You get the same little how-to, except for, of course, it's going to tell you how to do things with this deck. And then you get the playmat. This time it will be our Zamazenta. Come here. There you go. Zamazenta on the playmat. Hold that back up. Same art on the back. No difference in the art. The art is really, I mean, it's nice, but I feel like they could have done a better job, like, combining the two. It's just this weird, hard slash. Like, they could have done something better, but it's like they just took the playmat and then added a slash between them. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this one. I'm going to go here. Wow, look at it. How about we only put one of each thing this go around instead of 3? So might make it a little bit easier. But most of it is pretty much the same. When it comes to the trainers, there may be, usually there's like one trainer difference when you go through these decks. They're very static. You're going to slide off. So there we go. So you do get a potion in this one. And that was like the Rillaboom. I don't know why, but only the Rillaboom had any healing, and it had so much healing. The Rillaboom deck made no sense. It's really, in my opinion, the best deck of those 3, even though it is weak against fire. I've been able to win some matches with it being weak against fire. Alright. But yeah, it looks like everything was a 2-2 or 3-3-2 line as normal evolution are. So, like I said, the first thing you do get that is different. You do get a potion, which is to heal pretty damage from your Pokemon. There are 2 of those that I saw in there. So our first evolution line is actually only a stage 1. So we do get Ponyard. It is the one with Cut Up and Metal Claw from Sword and Shield. 70 HP, not bad. 2 energy for 20 damage, not great. Our Bisharp, on the other hand, is Charging Order, goes up to 120, 30 damage, and it does 30 more damage for each benched Ponyard. This is the actual set that I played when I got my pre-release for Sword and Shield, and it adds up pretty quickly if you get enough on the bench. I would almost say that they probably only put 3 in here. Let me go ahead and get back to the box just to be sure. So, wrong one. That is Zacian. We're looking for Zamazenta. So Zamazenta, yeah, point only 3. So that's still not bad, because if you get all 3 on your bench and you don't want to evolve them, that's the key. then you are basically doing a total of 60 plus 30, so 90 damage. And then Slicing Blade does another 60. So Duraludon is another big boy, so 130. There were 2 of these, so this one plus 1 more. Metal Sharpener, 30 damage, attaching energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon. So a good way to get this Pokemon up and running. And then Power Beam does 110, 3 energy, no type of negative on that. It's normally about 150, I've noticed, when they start making those negatives come in to where you might have to discard energy, or you might not be able to use the move on the next turn. The Ferroseed is 70, and then Rollout does 10, so definitely not using him for anything. And then Ferrothorn, on the other hand, evolves, gets 130, so almost double the HP. Triple Smash 30 times, flip 3 coins, 30 per heads. Never really a fan of those, but for 1 energy, if you can get this out like turn 2, and you have that 1 energy, you do have a possibility of doing 90 damage, which would take out the basics that your opponent out. Energy Slap, 100 damage, and you may move all energy from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon. And it's nice it has the word you may, meaning it's not a requirement. Because if it was, you basically do it, it all moved back, you'd have to retreat from the next turn. But real good if it's your final attempt and you think you're getting knocked out, move all that energy and then you don't lose it. If you did lose it, just bring this bad boy out because he's going to bring it back to the discard pile. So you get 1 shot. And then for our colorless, we only have 1 colorless in this thing. So we have Rookity, 60 HP, Flap does 10. I'm sorry guys, I give you the cards over, it's so stupid. And then Glide for 30. They're not bad, but the potential are not great. At least it's 10 more than most of them. He evolves into our Corvisquire. So 80 HP, a little bit of an HP bump. Plucking 20. Before doing damage, discard all punch tools from your opponent. Not bad for playing against drill decks. Most theme decks don't have that many tool cards. And then Drill Peck does 50 damage. That really seems low for a stage 1. As I mentioned, they tried to beef up the stage 1s a bit. And then our final evolution does give us our Corviknight. A big jump. It goes up by 90. It's 170 HP. Peck is still only 1 energy, so for 50 damage, 1 energy, not bad. Energy Wings, 130. You can discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. If you do, during your opponent's next turn, we take 100 less damage. So he is our defensive line if we need to build somebody else back at the so really nice. 100 less damage. That's one of the highest I've ever seen. Alright guys, I'm going to take a little drink again. Alright, and then the last card, of course, is Zamazenta, the 120 Guard Crest. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 20 less damage. That's what I said. Most of the time it's like 20, maybe 50. And then Power Rush, 3 energy, 120. Flip a coin. If fails during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Wow, that is really restricting. Zamazenta isn't my main striker, I think, in this deck. I almost would either go with Corviknight or even the Duraludon would be a much better choice than the Zamazenta. They've done Zamazenta wrong on all of his cards, to be honest. His B card is weaker than the Zacian. Like, everybody wants the Zacian card, right? It is perfect for those decks. I feel bad. My boy Zamazenta ain't getting no love. So there we go, guys. Those are the 2 decks. And 2 little old coins. Put them in the frame there for you guys to see. I hope you guys enjoyed the little overview of the 2 decks. We will be redeeming the codes and then coming back to do some TCG Online gameplay. For those of you watching, you're currently earning points, so hang out while the Be Right Back screen's up and you'll continue to earn points. If you've gotten 100, you can redeem those points. I think I had Victor is in the audience and he did redeem, so we will be giving him this pack of cards at the end of the stream. You get to 100 points by the end of the stream, trade more packs with you. Until then, guys, peace.